Hello again. Today we are playing My Winter Car. We try to get this thing running and into a rally car. It probably doesn't work, but I mean it's possible.
He's played this. Like, fridge has got no food, got no beer. Awesome, bro. Annoying, bro. Oh my gosh. No.
After obsessing over the snow, we then began to set off to PSK, where I'd buy some beer.
Whoa.
And then wanted to see what the handbrake would do.
I can't believe this. My way! You might get off the hill, please.
After that mishap, I then set off to go buy my car. Which went as well as you'd expect.
Oh! Shit, I'm like a racing. Oh, that's not like a racing game. Oh! This is just great, isn't it?
After that setback, I then got the gear food, and then took that to go pick up the car, which was definitely a more sensible option.
Yo, I can't like that fella. I'm not gonna lie.
I then put all my parts in the truck, paid for the car, and towed it home.
Whoa. What broke my... This stupid seat, bro! Ah, it seems alright to me. What's the problem, officer? It's very well legal, thank you. Magic the soul bet here. It's been here the whole time. Let's go call up some phone numbers about parts.
I then sorted out the little parts I had, and put them onto a checklist to keep track of what I did and didn't have. I didn't have most of it, I only had like 12 parts, but still. Then I went over to the tractor to cut some firewood, as if you remember the guy also said, well, don't remember, I cut it off, but the guy also said he'd like some firewood, which would get us some nice money, as we literally have like, we're broke. I delivered the firewood, which left us with a nice 4,500 marks, which should be enough for some parts. When I arrived at PSK, I then bought all my parts, and then set off back home.
To the trees.
When I got to the house, I tried to move the tractor, which ended up with
Oh.
I opened up the parts I got, called some more numbers, and that was the end of day 2. I ordered a bunch more parts, made some curry, spotted Timo.
Timo! What is that?
And I brought more parts home. Then very, very, very slowly, the garage started to look more full. After filling the shelves a bit more, it was becoming clear that in the last 3 hours, yes, this has taken 3 hours, I have at least made some sort of progress. I decided I'd call the taxi guy as I got the phone number earlier. Let's call the taxi cab guy, I need to make some money. And then set off to PSK the next day, where I met up with a taxi driver who would teach me how to use the taxi. He was telling me how to do it for 5 minutes straight. Then I parked the taxi cab, as I would come back to it later as I got a sewage job to do. Yeah, why are you looking at me like that? Is he smoking and drinking beer? Very nice. I got even more parts from PSK. Albeit not being able to afford one of them. And then went home again, and then emptied out the boxes. Or at least I would have, if this absolute idiot was paying attention to his speed. And then I raged about the fact that every time I die I can still hear the phone. Why'd you get a phone call when you're dead? Well, that's just great, isn't it? Even though that's very frustrating, I definitely, legitimately got back to the car without using the cheat box at all. But after that, I took the car back home, opened the boxes. After this, the garage actually started to look very full, in my opinion.
And pretty soon we should have enough parts to build a car. Hopefully.
I decided to put some body panels on the car as I wanted to get an idea of what it would end up looking like. But I mean, I then put the body panels back to where they should be because I wanted to build the car in bulk.
This microphone's being dodgy. The rest of day 4 was not too busy. I just moved a couple things out of my garage and tried to figure out what I was going to do for the next day. I decided that for day 5 I would just drop off some stuff to Fataris. Until I saw Penna and thought I'd be nice and give him a little help. If I put you down, you promise not to hit my car. But then he decided to drive back into the ditch again. Just completely missed. I dumped some stuff into the bin of Fataris and then collected my very small payment. Yeah. I then went to PSK as it was about to run out of fuel. And also I've got some parts to pick up. And then I kinda struggled to figure out the fuel pump. What does that mean? Eventually figuring out how to use the fuel pump, I gave myself some fuel and collected my new parts. Of course I also couldn't figure out the ATM as well. I decided to check on my KOU, which still hadn't finished, but I did get a call for a sewage job, which meant I could still make some money. So I did the sewage job, collected my money, then drove back. I picked up even more parts, and then went back home, sorted out the garage. Which became kind of just like the cycle for the next like 10 hours of the game. Which ended up making my garage go from looking pretty empty to having all the parts needed to build the car. Right, so we've got all the engine parts, so I think I'll get to work on building the engine. This is killing my PC. I've got a 38. Put in, I don't know what to do next. Put in the camshafts. I then put the engine in the car with a hoist without realizing my webcam had froze because turns out it has an auto sleep function I didn't know it had. I then fixed my webcam and then continued to put on the parts such as the alternator and carburetor. After I finished building the engine, I then went on to putting the body panels on, and then I did the suspension. Which, to be honest, I probably should have done the suspension before the body panels, to be fair. I should be able to get the rear wheels on now. That's a very good achievement, actually. Alright, let's jack the car up and get some wheels on. I think some fun suspension. So I've got to get back to work to making some money and getting some more parts after putting these on. The last thing I did was build the front suspension, which didn't take me too long, but I did have to order more parts as I was missing everything for the front right. But by the end of day 10, I managed to get all the suspension done, all the body panels done, and I finished the engine. Now all that was left to do until I could have a working car, and then we could move on to upgrading and then doing the rally, which would be the next part. All we had to do now was interior, wiring, fill up the engine bay, and then pray that the car runs. How nice of you to drive me. What are you doing? Let me out. Can you stop? Alright, I need to continue building the car. So basically, I almost finished building the car. We just need, what was it? We need wiring, interior, and we need to put like the heater box and radiator stuff in. to do this. So for the next 10 minutes I installed stuff like the wiper motor, heater box, radiator stuff, and then moved on to the interior. Alright, so because we had to where we get parts, I have one black driver's seat like this, and then I've got a blue passenger seat like this. And no, this isn't the passenger seat, this is the driver's seat, passenger seat, passenger seat. So I've got to have this weird abomination. I installed the seats into the steering column, but I couldn't be bothered doing all the interior right now, as my main goal was to get the car running and driving before the next video. After finishing the interior, I had to do my least favourite part in the whole game: wiring. Now, I don't dislike it because it's difficult. I dislike it because I have one monitor, and I need to have the wiki up on my right one if I had one. So I've got to just like awkwardly either tab out of the game or have it on my phone. So I finished the wiring that was required for the car to start, and then we tried the first start. Engine up. No. If you don't know, for a car to start, you need air, fuel, spark. Now there's not many things that can go wrong with the air, so I know I was good there. Now you might say, pull the choke out. I pressed heat the engine up in the cheap box because I wanted the best chances of it starting. It didn't work. So then we checked the fuel. The fuel tank's wired, the fuel pump's in, we've got fuel, so it's not fuel. So it must be spark. So when I went to go have a look at the spark, we don't have spark plugs. So I had spark plugs. Where are my spark plugs? I had spark plugs, but okay. So we installed the spark plugs, then we tried it again. It won't be that the car's too cold because I've used the cheap box to heat it up. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this. This is my fourth rivet to ever work, or start at least. Now all that was left was to install the brake master cylinder, clutch cable, gearbox, and the drive shaft. But they should be able to just drive out the garage now. Getting the driver in. So I backed the car into the garage where I would tune the engine, as it was very, very well. Okay, that's installed exhaust. And then we set off for the first drive. Which went well. This is going well, isn't it? Oh! Well, this is going well, isn't it? Should have installed the handbrake, bro! No. Attempt 2 did go better than the first attempt, except the windows did keep fogging up as I didn't install the fresh air duct. I think it's that, I don't know. And I did also slide off the road a few times and almost crash on the motorway because I've got some of the crap tyres are on 30% health, so the back is sliding quite a bit. Even with these issues, we still made it to PSK without the car braking. So I fueled up my car and then did the recording. That was the end of part 1. In part 2, we will be fixing the car up fully, getting it inspected, doing races. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and wait for me to post part 2, which I'll be posting about 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.